Stopped.
Yo, I'm Bob. Into Masters of the Universe. Going to be unboxing another action figure from the Masters of the Universe Origins toy line from Mattel. This should be Skeletor from the Masters of the Universe 2000X show. Some people call it 2000X, some people call it 2002. My screen reader pronounces it 200X. He's way off. Way off. Hopefully I'm not way off when it comes to who this figure is. This figure is the only figure that has this particular shaped sticker on the bottom of the blister here. I know what the Horde stickers look like. Of course, the Rise of the Snake Men figures have the scaly blisters on the cards. And, the Horde figures have the bat-shaped stickers. So I think this is probably our 2000X Skeletor. I always want to call him Keldor when I think of the Mike Young Skelly. See, I've yet to open the very first Skeletor in the Origins line. You know, the one that's supposed to look more like the vintage Skeletor. So hopefully this guy is Skeletor. I'm hoping he is. I didn't know he had a comic in there. Right now, he's really not wanting to cooperate. Come on. There you go. Five years later. All right. Whoa. He's kind of loaded with stuff. What the heck? He's got the Havoc staff. And he got something else in here. I don't know what that is. Wow. Hang on. Come on. Open up, you. Yeah, he is. Alright. So I do believe this guy is our 2000X Skeletor. Whatever. Yeah, because he doesn't have the little fins on the arms, I don't think. Gave him a new head sculpt. He's still got the... Oh, wow, he's got a lot of armor going up his shins there. I like that. That's pretty cool. Alright, I'm going to pause this, break him out of the figure tray, get a closer look.
Pause video.
And I'll be back in the blink of an eye.
Space.
Alright, here is 2000X Skelly out of his packaging. So I was really hoping this guy would have a removable hood or maybe an alternate head with just the exposed skull. Because I think, a few times in the show, he might have actually had the hood off. So this Skeletor, I think he's probably my favorite out of all the incarnations of Skeletor, because this is the one that, that was Keldor. This is the guy that tried to take the throne from his brother Randor, because the throne is rightfully his. And, he's doused with acid and reflected back at him, and he has to go make a deal with Hordak, and this is our 2000X Skeletor. So, I like the way the hood sits on the head. And I think he's got a bit more armor going across the chest. I think it's very similar crossbone armor that we've seen on other Skeletors. But I like how the armor looks going up his shins. So he's got a bit more armor going down there. He's got the same monster looking feet, though. So he's got his Havoc staff in his right hand. And I learned very recently, because there's no audio description in the 2000X show, I learned that version of Skeletor, fights with swords. So this is a single sword, but apparently, from what I'd been looking up online, he could actually split his sword into two. This doesn't do that though, and I really wish it could because, well, it looks like this blade has two handles, and you can actually see the two blades kind of connecting, forming one blade here. So it would have been awesome if we could have gotten an alternate pair of swords, or maybe, you know, had this weapon split into two. Because yeah, this guy, he did fight with swords as well as his Havoc staff. So I would have loved to have gotten, you know, some additional accessories for this guy. But I still really like the look of him. I think he's got, for the most part, pretty tight joints. And I like that he came out of the package with his Havoc staff fully intact. Tight joints in the legs, the arms. And this is going to be pretty easy for me to tell my Skeletors apart because this guy doesn't have those fins kind of coming up across the biceps here. So yeah, it's easy for me to tell that this is not your ordinary average Skeletor. Not that Skeletor is ordinary or average in any way. So here he is from the back with the hood up. I wonder how he'd look in the cape that that came with Rise of Evil Keldor. I don't know. The cape might be a different color, so I probably won't display it in that. Display this version of Skeletor in that. But yeah, pretty cool. I really like that we get a sword. Like I said, I wish this thing could split into two so he could wield, you know, dual swords. Because the weapon, the sword, man, it looks like he could do a lot of damage with this. It's just a really wicked looking single sword here. Maybe one of these days they'll revisit this figure, maybe put an additional, you know, sword or something like that in another pack, or maybe give us a version of this that can split into two. I would love that. I wish we could get more 2000X figures in Origins. I think there's also Evil Lyn and He-Man, but that's about all we got. There's just something about the way that that the hood looks sitting on the head that I really like. Makes him look a bit more mysterious here. It's like the hood's covering up a bit more of his face. I mean, probably not. I don't know. But in other incarnations, in terms of Origin Skeletor, it's like more of the skull is exposed, which is cool. But I like the way that the hood sits on this head, too. I mean, he's still got crazy, massive biceps and ab muscles and all that. Oh, and I think he's got an additional, like, skirt piece. So he's got a bit more, you know, going on around the waist. I don't think the other Skeletors have that. But, yeah. 9.5, maybe 9 out of 10, just because I wish we could have gotten an additional, you know, sword, maybe that splits into two, or an additional pair of swords. But not a bad Skeletor at all. I like the way he came out. As far as Skeletors go, I think he's probably one of my favorites. And Skeletor in 2000X was, of course, voiced by Brian Dobson. I really love what he brought to the character of Skeletor, both as, you know, the Keldor persona and then the Skeletor persona. You know, he has two distinct voices that he does, and just I love how he cackled, just the way that he would kind of quip in battle, just really manic when he would laugh. There were scenes with him that gave me chills, especially when he was in the process of becoming Skeletor. That was a brutal scene if you've watched the 2000X show. I wish we could have gotten more episodes. Okay, till next time, and nobody make any deals with Hordak. I wouldn't recommend it. Just putting it out there. Okay, till then.
Stop taking video.